some sports on a cold Monday morning with our guy, Pep. What's going on, Pep?
Hey, it's cold this morning for all the rockers out there across the IE, but we've got a big-time, really hot matchup tonight on Monday Night Football. Rams and Cardinals, NFC West supremacy on the line. Although the Rams are 2 games back of Arizona, but this is a huge game. In fact, guys, if the Cardinals win tonight against the Rams, they will be the first team to clinch a playoff spot. That's how far ahead they are of basically everybody else in the NFC right now. They're 10-2. A win would put them at obviously 11-2 and really just running away with that number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, that'll be it's a big deal right now. Start driving off into the night, if you will.
And I mean, of all the teams we thought were going to be dominant this year, the Cardinals, I don't think we're on a lot of people's radars on that either.
No, and here they are still. Even with some injuries, they're still playing well.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Here's the thing. If you're a Rams fan, here's the reason why you can feel like you go into Arizona and steal a win on Monday Night Football is because the Cardinals have been awesome this year, especially on the road. They are 7-0 on the road, but actually at home, in Arizona, the Cardinals are only 3-2. So the Rams actually have a legitimate shot of maybe going in there and stealing a game.
I mean, I think that goes to show you how tough the Cardinals are. I mean, look how tough they are on the road. If they can kind of clean up maybe their home games. They have that transient feeling, though, right? Kind of like Las Vegas.
Right.
Not like you can hear when there's a Steelers game there, for instance. Gosh, when the Steelers make a big play, it's like it's a home game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some home field advantages across the NFL, right? Seattle and Philadelphia, your guys' teams, obviously 2 of them. But, when you think home field advantage, I don't know if Arizona's like the first team you think of. And the Cardinals are just a really good team away from Arizona. But tonight's game is in Arizona, so maybe the Rams get one tonight on Monday Night Football. And speaking of the NFC West, the 49ers got a big overtime win on the road at the Bengals. That kind of felt like a playoff game. So the 49ers still stay in the hunt as well for a playoff spot.
Yeah, the Bengals still kind of hanging around too. That'll be interesting.
It was one of those rare games when in overtime we had the field goal and got to continue overtime, and the touchdown is what won it.
Right.
Yep, you need it. If you can get a touchdown, it's game over. Just ask. Let's have a little GOAT talk. Tom Brady, the GOAT, throwing a touchdown pass in overtime to lead the Buccaneers over the Bills 33-27. And now Tom Brady, 700 career touchdown passes. He broke Drew Brees' completion record in the NFL. Like, it was just a historic game. Vintage Tom Brady. Buccaneers win. The whole deal. Just GOAT talk.
Walk-off.
Back-to-back heartbreakers for the Bills, too. They had that game in Buffalo that should have been a perfect home field advantage game for them against the Patriots. Lost that one, and then this one in overtime, losing to Tampa Bay.
Suffering. Oh, Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo loses to New England, and they lose to Tampa Bay. So go ahead and crank up your weekly Tom Brady versus the Patriots Super Bowl talk, right? Like, if that could happen, I guess. It's kind of shaping up that way.
Yeah, that talk is definitely picking up for sure.
It could be a real thing. To the AFC West, Chargers hammered the Giants. Justin Herbert was fantastic. 37-21. Big Chargers win. They're at 8-5, but the Chiefs also won. They hammered the Raiders 48-9. So the Chiefs are at 9-4. Actually, the Chiefs have tied for the best record in the AFC right now. So Chiefs and Chargers this Thursday night. That is a huge game, especially for the Chargers this coming Thursday night, going head-to-head with Kansas City.
The Chiefs responded to the Raiders all gathering on the logo before the game and getting the fans all fired up, and then proceeded to kick the Raiders' head in.
Yeah, sorry, Raiders. You've had a really crazy season, starting off super strong, but at this point it appears that team is just done.
Too much.
Yeah, the Raiders are in last place. Things are not going well, and they went into Kansas City, and you're right, Patrick. They kind of disrespected the Chiefs. They disrespected Arrowhead Stadium, the whole deal, and then Kansas City just turned things around and kicked them in the teeth. It wasn't even close.
If you're going to do something like that, it would be so much cooler if you actually play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or at least make it close.
Yeah, if you're going to do something like that, you have to back it up with the play on the field. The statement before the game means nothing when you don't show up in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, right. If you're going to do that, you got to back it up. You got to go out there and make some plays. And the Raiders simply did not do that. And they're fading right now. Simply fading the AFC West, fading in the AFC conference standings. And guys, one more thing. This was the funny thing, I guess, coming out of the NFL over the weekend was the lookalikes, right? So one, There was the Aaron Rodgers fan who looked just like quarterback Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers in the stands. Like he looked his doppelganger. He looked exactly the same. Did you guys see that guy?
Yes.
Yeah, especially if you ordered Aaron Rodgers from Wish.com.
I love it. It's so funny because of all the massive amount of fans. There is always that person. I always like the guy who looks a little bit like Ditka, and then there is the guy who looks just like Andy Reid, and he wears the headgear and everything, and it acts like he's calling plays. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was bizarre. It was simply bizarre. And then the kicker for the Houston Texans looked just like comedian Bill Burr. Like it was like a weird weekend of doppelgangers.
It was great.
Congratulations to Bill Burr. That was funny.
Just a weird NFL weekend. Guys, real quick from the land of college football, the Heisman was passed out on Saturday night. It is Alabama quarterback Bryce Young. This guy is already a millionaire with his name, image, likeness deals, right? Being the quarterback of Alabama, that's like the most prestigious probably position all of college football. So now he's got the Heisman as well. He's going to try to lead Alabama to the national championship. He's a former modern-day high school star from Southern California, man. This guy has star written all over him.
You're right. You can tell we're in the name, image, and likeness era when you saw Bryce Young's chain.
Yeah.
It was next level, that chain.
I mean, this is kind of that reason why we want to keep the talent of SoCal in SoCal, because you see right there, I mean, this guy from the area then goes off to Alabama and wins the Heisman.
Pep, Lincoln Riley is looking to land that guy and stop him from going to Alabama.
Yeah, and that's his number one job, right? Like you can coach your butt off, but unless you have the Jimmies and the Joes, you need you guys. You need dudes. You need dudes out there on the field, man. You've got it. You can coach and draw up plays all night long, but you still need the guys. You need the top players out there, and that's going to be job number one for Lincoln Riley at USC, is to keep this Southern California talent at home. And from USC to UCLA, real quick, Chip Kelly not going to Oregon. Oregon found their guy, Dan Lanning, the defensive coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs. So if you're a UCLA fan, you still got Chip Kelly. I guess that's a good thing.
Hey, there was a lot of buzz around that. Even Rick Neuheisel saying on TV that, oh, my son is the wide receivers coach there, and he's hearing that Chip is talking to Oregon. So that added a ton of smoke to that. And then to find out it's not true.
Right.
Yeah, I think Chip Kelly was on the short list, right, of candidates probably to go back to Oregon and take over the Ducks once again, but they went in a different direction. So if you're a UCLA fan, you still got Chip Kelly. I'm sure there's some fans who are like, yes, like that guy, and some are like, yeah, we probably move on and see what else is out there. But Chip Kelly is still the head coach of the Bruins this morning. And finally, guys, it was fight night, right, on Saturday night. 40. Who was in that big UFC event?
UFC 269. It was absolutely electric. Three main fights. Sugar Shane O'Malley started the night off with a knockout, and then he came out afterwards and said that the 3 weeks leading up to the fight, he wasn't able to train because of a rib injury. He was laying in bed one night, and he's like 95% sure he was going to have to pull out of the fight. Thought this was like going to be his toughest matchup that he has seen in the UFC. Puts the guy down, knockout first round.
Jeez, heavy right hand on him.
And then the big headliner, Dustin the Diamond Poirier taking on Charles Oliveira for the belt. I mean, Poirier in that first round was putting it on him. All kinds of punches. And Charles Oliveira showed he's got a chin, and then he's long and lanky, was able to get in there for a rear naked choke, put him down in the third round. But the fight of the night, Amanda Nunes, who everybody thought was basically untouchable, a two-time champion in the UFC, carrying two belts to the ring against Juliana Pena, who not a lot of people have heard of. Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunes, put it like punching her right in the face, a solid jab, and you just saw the whole mindset of Amanda Nunes went out. Her face changed after she got punched a few times, and you saw she was in trouble. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, it's like Mike Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
And
the plan goes out the window.
Over and over again.
Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
It's Inland Sports. And Patrick, I was thinking of that same exact Mike Tyson quote, man. Right. Same exact one. Inland Sports on social media. Inland Sports, the YouTube channel. Check it out.
Thanks, Pep.